We teased it on socials. We tried to get him yesterday. He said hard no-go. Western Pizza guest hotline. Always a great night for Western Pizza, all the Greek favorites and the pizza that you love. Ben Hebert is joining us from look at what's in the background. That's a flex. If you're watching the stream, is that the real deal, or is that like a cardboard cutout?
There's only one of those, boys. That's the real deal right there. I put it on just for you guys today.
How did you end up getting it for the first few days, or how does that work with the crew?
Brad had to fly back to Ontario, so he couldn't take. They weren't even going to let us take it. I'm like, guys, I'm taking it. So, this thing's hard enough to win. There's no chance I'm sending this back to Ottawa on a box. So Mark Kennedy actually drove to Kelowna, and me and Brett Gallant had a dinner with like Erasmus Anderson and a bunch of the Flames last night. It was a hockey dinner, private dinner at a Ruth Chris Steakhouse here downtown Calgary with ATB. And it was a hockey dinner till the boys rolled in with the tankard. Then we turned it into a curling party. So it was awesome.
Well, that's awesome. We had Devin Haru on yesterday, and he talked about taking that red-eye flight, and he went to the hotel, and then he saw you guys were just starting to put the pedal down and all that. And then that's what I texted you. I said, well, because your son Griff was tarpless at the game. I said, in the hotel lobby, was Benny getting after it? Was he tarpless in the hotel lobby? So how late did it go? How was the party after?
Oh, it was best. It was awesome. You guys been to that Okanagan, the Delta there on the water in Kelowna?
No. Is it anything like Prince Albert Travelodge?
It's right across the street from where the Rockets play, and we're right on the water. We had a big kind of an outdoor covered tent, and it was a beautiful night. We had like tons of family. My dad was there, a bunch of my aunts and uncles, a bunch of my cousins, my wife, kids, my father-in-law, and then we all kind of had our own crew of parents and wives and kids. So it was amazing because, on the ice, you celebrate together. When we got drug tested for like 90 minutes after, we couldn't piss. So we were crushing beers in the locker room trying to piss. And then we finally were able to go to the washroom, and we got back to the hotel probably not till 11. It wasn't too late. I think they cut us off at 2 was last call. And then our game was actually being replayed on TSN at whatever time. So we kind of caught the last maybe 2-3 ends with a mega buzz before we went to bed. So it was awesome. And it was most special just because of the people we got to spend it with, to be honest. Yeah. But it was a great backdrop, a little different than when we won it in Brandon. Look at that unit.
Yeah, if you're watching the stream, there it is right there. Sorry, Rye, but you mentioned that it was special just because of all the people and the other ones that you've won, Benny. But now, like, the kids can really experience it. Like, they're going to remember this.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's that was the best part about it. I won a bunch when I was young before I had kids. And, now that they're kind of getting into their own sports, I'm so damn busy running them around. But it was special to have them there and be involved.
That's awesome. Congrats, Benny. Great to talk to you here. You talk about the setting in Kelowna there for sure, but maybe just touch on the atmosphere within the arena as well. At Prospera Place, beautiful spot. And every time it seemed like I watched throughout the week, and especially the weekend, it seemed like really engaged crowd, even having a little bit of fun during the final, throwing some chirps out, if you will. But seemed like a really lively place. There must be, really a shot of energy for you guys playing throughout a week like that as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why the Brier's the best event there is, man. I mean, first weekend was sold out, jammed up, and then, a little bit of a lull kind of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when, the regular folk have to go back to work. I get it. It's kind of the same every Brier, but final weekend was packed, sold out, no tickets. We don't get to play in front of that all the time when we're grinding in Lloydminster and Bonnyville and Yorkton. So to be able to get there to Kelowna and play in front of a sold out barn, you get the butterflies going and the goosebumps going on the arms, and that's kind of why we do it. It's why I still do it with my old for tournaments like that, kind of get the juices flowing. And it was amazing. We probably had a group of 30, 40 people there from Calgary, family and friends, a few Sasky people out, and we had our own little section, and yeah, it was great. It was rowdy in there, and place went nuts when we made this last one here. Oh, I got butterflies just watching this. Oh, baby. So, yeah, it was pretty awesome, boys.
I love the Bonnyville shout out, by the way. Spent 5 glorious years there. But, hey, let's talk the sports side of it quick, Benny. Like, how do you guys maintain that emotion, a long run back? I believe it was 4 elimination games you had to play in a row. How do you get by those and then kind of settle yourself back down and lock back in on the next opponent? And even Sunday with both real tight matches. How do you guys stay even keel and focused in on what's next?
Yeah, it was a tough one. When we were 8-0 there and we lost to Gushu to fall 4 back. I think what kind of kept us going, honestly, is we knew we had a chance. I know been a lot of Briers where you start playing and you kind of see the mojo you have or how the guys are playing, and you sometimes you just kind of know midweek, like, this isn't our week, or we're grinding, or we're really struggling. And this week, it had a little bit of a different feel to it. I think we confidently knew if we went and played our best, we thought we were the best team. It's always nice being the favorite. All that really means is if you play good, you got the best chance to win. And so that was kind of nice. We had such a good season to put us in that spot. So I think, honestly, the process of just, we lost one game, we were 8-1. We knew we were 4 back, but if we were 4 back and not playing very well, and maybe one of us was struggling or the confidence was leaking, I think it would have been a bit of a different story. But we had the mojo going. We were really confident behind the scenes, and we had some good swagger going, a lot of hard work put in prior. So I think we just kind of stuck to it. And I think we all knew if we played good, we were going to have a chance in the end. And we knew it was going to be tough. You got to roll through Gushu Dunstone. That's a tough time to win in any tournament, let alone the Brier. But I got a few breaks along the way and made them pay when we got some opportunities. And here we are going to the jaw.
No doubt. Yeah. So like you mentioned, or we showed Brad Jacobs on that. If you want to show that again on the stream, please, Colson, that last shot. And he got into the hack like so quick and came out, and I'm like, what is he doing? What shot is he going for? Like the confidence of that shot, Ben. I don't know curling that well. So then he makes it, boom. You guys throw the brooms, and then this hug right here, like that is emotion, man. I didn't go back and look at like the other times that you've won it, but that you can just tell right there, right? Like that emotion and what you guys went through, like this was special.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I literally have goosebumps right now watching that. Yeah, it's tough in the moment because you don't really plan. Like if you're up 3 coming home or up 4 coming home, I've been in the Olympics up 3 coming home, kind of like, okay, what am I gonna do for my celly? How are we gonna do this here? But like in a game like that, when you don't necessarily know if you're gonna win, but and it just kind of happens, you just kind of black out a little bit, or at least I black out with rage and excitement, and a lot of relief. And I mean, a lot of hard work goes into that. We didn't just win the Brier by putting in a little bit of work behind the scenes. It's the daily grind and a lot of sacrifices. And so you see a lot of emotion and happiness and relief and everything kind of come pouring out at the same time, and doing it with new teammates that I've never done it with before. So yeah, that hug with Brad Jacobs, we used to battle on the ice all the time and chirp each other and probably hated each other at times too. But man, he's a great leader and such an amazing skip, and I love him. And he leads by example. He's one of the best leaders I've ever played for. So that was a man hug. I said to the guys after I saw the replay on TSN of the 4 of us getting together for a hug, and I'm like, man, you know what I felt like? This sounds a bit soft, but like when I was hugging the boys after, I felt like loved. I was like, I love these guys. We go to battle together in war, and it was just like I knew it's exactly where I wanted to be. So it was a great feeling, guys.
And then it's always, don't get me wrong, it's always special to win it. You talked about that, but now you're kind of coming home for the Worlds, right? Like I'm sure, I don't even know how many texts you would have got from all your buddies in Regina, all the D-gens that you play golf with when you're back here, all that. I'm sure hitting you up for tickets, what's the plan, all that. But it's just so special for you to be coming basically back home.
I'm for sure the most excited person to be going to Moose Jaw out of everybody. I was telling some buddies that, and work friends here and some people I coach ball with that the Worlds are in Moose Jaw. They're like, no way. I'm like, do you know how amazing it is that I'm going to Moose Jaw? So, I mean, one, obviously close to Regina, we're family and friends, but I grew up, a lot of my junior years growing up, I played in Moose Jaw. We played at the base. I curled with the Montgomerys out of Moose Jaw for years. So, we got a lot of friends there too that I curled against, and super pumped to see a bunch of familiar faces. I know last year the Brier was awesome in Regina. I forgot how many people in the curling community that I knew growing up that I hadn't seen. And, I expect to see them all again this year. So that's pretty awesome. And I was laughing with my wife. I'm like, how many people do I talk to on a weekly basis? Is like, like 9, maybe 8. Okay. I had 411 text messages. So I was just like, who are all these peeps? But bunch of beauties reached out, people I hadn't heard from in a while. And so it's great to get the support and to know I'm not too far on the back burner, that they haven't lost my number. So no one's asked for free tickets yet.
Bo Levi Mitchell reach out? I know you guys are tight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he sent me a nice message. Yeah, today. He was awesome. So,
hey, Benny, how quick do you guys go ahead? What's that?
No, I was going to say, I talked to him. Old rider coach Craig Dickinson sent me a nice text too. So that was good.
I think he's a beauty.
Yeah.
Hey, how soon do you guys start turning your attention towards the Worlds, trying to potentially get familiarized with teams as they start qualifying? Do you spend time looking at their trends, how they like to play the game, anything like that?
Good question.
Yeah, big time. So I would say we probably know out of the 12 teams, we know 6 or 7 of them really well. We've played them all year, and we don't need a lot of film on them. But there's about another 5 teams we don't know super well. But now that kind of we're Curling Canada's team, they have a full analytics team that they'll get behind us and give us a bunch of stuff pre-tournament to look at some stuff, whether it be, what certain teams like to do when they have the hammer, what they do to try to steal, what ends they like to score in. I'm not super down the analytics road like a lot of people are, but we'll have all that data. And for the most part, it's going to be on us to go out and play good. So, when we got home last night, got home a little late, took her easy today. Tomorrow I'm back to the Cairo massage, get this old frame back working, and then I'll be back on the ice Thursday. So took a few days off here just to recharge the batteries. We'll start throwing rocks Thursday, and then my son has a hockey tournament this weekend, and my daughter has her U15 curling provincials. So my wife's going to Grand Prairie. I'm in Calgary working the hockey scene and sneaking a few practices and keep the game sharp. So pumped to get to the jaw.
I was wondering, because I know you've been traveling a lot with Griff, playing in that league and around in his hockey. You were telling me that earlier. How do you get the trophy back? Like, what's the plan there? Is it going to be like the Seinfeld episode, or Kramer just keeps the Tony until they really pull it away from him, or how long are you keeping that?
I think, Mark Kennedy, my third, runs the biggest junior spiel in the country next weekend, and my daughter's playing in it. So I think I'm probably driving it up to Edmonton next weekend with the crates. And then honestly, once I get it to him, he can do whatever he wants with it. Then it's off my plate. But I gotta take it. I'm gonna take it to my ball team's practice probably tonight, and then my son's hockey practice tomorrow. A bunch of the parents are grilling me. They want to have a beer out of the trophy, and I'm like, absolutely. So I'll take it for a couple days, and then I'll send her off to the gang.
I was hoping maybe that he'd keep it and bring it to the Royal at some point, but he won't have it.
Hey, Royal Regina member guest, I could bring the tankard home. Me and Davey Lowe hoist the 6th flight, maybe with playing with Dave Albadias. Maybe we could win the 6th flight, and I can bring home the tankard.
We'll present it to you.
The pressure will be the same, right? Pulling that 6th flight and the Brier, very, very similar.
Friday night we'll do the flight awards and we'll present it to you again.
There's a lot more pressure golfing when, 1, you're not very good like me, and 2, when your partner's in his pocket 50% of the holes. Okay, Davey Pocket Dog Low, I call him.
Oh, that's classic. Can't wait for Moose Jaw. Are you flying or going to be driving with the crew to Moose Jaw? How are you doing that?
I'm driving. Oh, it's too quick. Like Highway 1 double laner. Yeah. I've driven it a million times. Keep me out of the airports and the brutal lines. I'm taking my truck all day.
Awesome. Yeah. What do you, anything you're going to hit up in Moose Jaw while you're there? Maybe knits, or is there a favorite that you go to?
I thought we'd be like, here's the thing. I haven't been to the Jaw in a while. A couple years back, we went with our ball team. I think we stayed at like the Best Western or the Ramada, like right off the highway there, where the old, was there an A&W there maybe, or I can't remember what was there, but yeah. There by the Bonanza. There used to be a Bonanza there. Is it gone?
Long gone. Gone.
Okay, so we were staying on one of those new hotels, but I thought maybe for the Worlds they'd have us at the spa, maybe throw us at the Mineral Spa. Like, what's a nice hotel there these days? Because we're at the Best Western. Like, we're eating pre-cooked eggs, microwaved eggs for breakfast, guaranteed. Ready crisp bacon from the Best Western in the Jaw. And my wife and kids booked a suite at the Mineral Spa, and I get thrown at the Best Western. So that's where I'm at.
So you'll just be the guy walking across the street with your trunks, sneaking in for a dip. I love it.
For a dip. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what there is to do in the Jaw these days. Like we used to go to the Royal there a little bit, and that's still
It'll be
open.
It'll be buzzing.
It'll be buzzing,
I know
yeah.
there's like 4 or 5 limo buses that were planned of guys from the Royal, all that were going even pre you winning. So now with you winning,
Hey, speaking of which, talked to Ripper yesterday, Todd Ripplinger. Okay, got me in touch with his bro. No, I needed something from him. He got me in touch with his bro. We're getting the Moose Jaw Warriors locker room for the week. They're treating the host, the Canadian team, good. My good buddy Kip Simon making me a bunch of Canada stuff today at 22 Fresh. I'm hitting up every Regina homie that I've ever done something for. I'm like, it's time. I need some love back right now. And so I think Ripper's going to line up his little bus there, and we're going to bring a bunch of buddies up for a couple games. So it's going to be good.
That's awesome.
That is such a great idea. Congratulations, Benny. Thanks for taking some time today. Great backdrop. Wouldn't expect anything less. That's priceless. Thanks for hopping on.
Hey, boys, thanks a lot. I hope to see you in Moose Jaw for a couple games.
Yeah. Hey, and only 1 F-bomb today. Good job.
Are we live?
Yeah, of course we're live. It's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad for me. Sorry for the sponsors. I appreciate your support. Sorry.
See ya, Benny. Have a good one.
See you, boys. Have a good one.
Yeah, Regina's Brier champion, Ben Hebert. Things will go nuts in Moose Jaw.